about the social conflict theory. Okay. The ideas that make up the social conflict theory can be traced back to early philosophers. But in the 19th century, a sociologist by the name of Karl Marx revolutionized the theory of social conflict. Marx's dedication to social change led him to focus most of his work on revolutionary class conflict in industrial societies. Karl Marx saw that the exploitation of the lower class by the upper class would lead to social conflict. Because of Marx's adaptation to the social conflict theory, many other sociologists have been able to understand various other conflicts within society.
We begin in Vaughan Lobby, ready to get our own UT's population opinions on conflict theory. Alright, can you explain what conflict theory is? Or have you ever heard of conflict theory?
I've never heard of it.
Never?
Have you ever?
No?
Oh, this is terrible. I took sociology like 2 years ago.
Oh,
so I know what conflict theory is, I just don't know what it is anymore.
That's okay.
No? Okay, well, have you ever felt in conflict with another group because of your sex, religion, race, or economic status?
Yeah, I'd say so, definitely.
You think so?
Yeah. You just feel like you can't get on the same level no matter what, and they'll always look down on you, especially the economic level. And then kind of look down their nose at you.
Yeah.
I just feel like people tend to click off into groups, and the differences in those groups spark like the reasons why there are cliques. Like fraternities are a good example. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
We compete against, like, we don't have anything against the other fraternities, but we compete against them on a daily basis for members, for just about anything that we do. So the fact that we're in different groups and the fact that we have that competitive aspect to it kind of creates conflict.
Right.
Because we're always trying to one up them or they're trying to beat us.
Exactly. Right. Is there anywhere else in society that you see this happening?
Everywhere. It happens everywhere.
Everywhere.
Advertising is just huge about that. It's a lot of violence.
I mean, just the class system in this country, like, everyone always says the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Like, that's a perfect example of one group exploiting another group to, like, stuff their own pockets, whereas, like, the little guy gets left behind and stepped on.
Alright, these are my opinions, not the opinions of the argument.
Alright. Can you explain what conflict theory is? Or have you ever heard of conflict theory?
No, I haven't.
No, never? Okay, have you ever felt conflict with another group because of your sex, religion, race, or economic status at any point?
Not personally.
Not personally? But you know it's going on,
Yeah.
of course, in society, yeah. Alright, well, conflict theory is pretty much groups in society that compete for resources, and in doing so exploit each other to get ahead. So, for example, the rich over the poor, you know, or men over women. So would you say there's places in society where you definitely see this happening?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's definitely, I don't know so much about this country, but definitely other countries you see it a lot. Like, it used to be like the Netherlands had that problem.
Yeah, for that. Okay. Have you ever heard of conflict theory, or can you explain what conflict theory is?
No.
No? Okay. Have you ever felt in conflict with another group because of your sex, religion, race, or economic status?
Yes.
Definitely?
Yeah.
You say?
For all of them.
Every single one?
Yeah.
Well, conflict theory is groups in society that compete for resources, and in doing so exploit each other to get ahead.
Okay.
So, for example, the rich over the poor. You know. Would you say there's anywhere in society now that you see this happening?
All over the place.
All over the place?
Yeah. And like big and small amounts.
Conflict theory is a Marxist-based social theory which argues that individuals and groups within society have differing amounts of material and non-material resources, as in the wealthy versus the poor, and that the more powerful groups use their power in order to exploit groups with less power. The two methods by which this exploitation is done are through brute force and with economics.
Alright, can you explain what conflict theory is?
Conflict theory is a theory that suggests that the nature of human group relations is actually conflictual. That there's a group, there will always be a subgroup that ultimately develops that gains access to scarce resources and will then use the access to those resources to dominate the other groups. And the most effective mechanism for domination is ideology.
Wow. That's a great definition. Very nice.
Well, thank you.
Have you yourself ever felt in conflict with another group because of your sex, religion, race, or economic status?
No way. I love everybody. I'm kidding. Yes, indeed. I have felt discrimination myself, and growing up as a member of society, I had to unlearn some of the prejudices that I was taught. Yeah, throughout life there's been ongoing challenges, although I recognize that being a tall, white male puts me in the group that I'm going to experience disadvantage or prejudice a lot less and a lot less severely than many other groups.
Right. And is there anywhere else in society beyond your own life that you see this occurring?
Sure. You know, human beings have just a wonderful ability to stratify and come up with excuses to treat other people poorly. We also have a great capacity to treat each other in an empathetic and humane way with dignity. Therein lies what I would consider the biggest moral challenge for human beings. How can we treat each other in a sense of integrity that will ultimately enrich life and ensure the survival of the species?
Scene 1. Feminism and the conflict theory.
The woman, hard at work. The man, hard at work.
How's those reports coming?
Oh, it's coming.
All right, see you at the gym later.
Okay. Let's redo it.
The man, hard at work.
How's those reports coming?
It's going well. Almost done.
All right, see you at the gym.
I can't wait to get swole.
Yeah.
Hey boss, you see that game last night?
Yeah, dude, it was sweet.
Oh man, Kobe went for 30. It was awesome.
I know, right? Have you seen Julie today? She's looking hot.
Oh, Julie in that onesie.
I'd
Man.
tap that.
The woman, still hard at work.
Great job on the reports this week, team. Here's your paychecks.
Oh, thanks, boss. I got the beers tonight at the bar.
Sounds good, Butch.
Yo, Julie, what are you doing tonight?
Oh, making dinner for the family.
Lame.
Scene 2. Race and the conflict theory.
This is one example of how the ruling class can change the laws to keep minorities down.
The year is 1890. Jim is going to register to vote for the first time.
Hey, I'm here to vote.
Have you passed your literacy exam?
What's a literacy exam?
Please read this whole entire book that has language that even I don't understand. Then you can vote.
male and
You failed. Goodbye.
what?
Goodbye.
What?
Get out.
What?
In Darfur, a region of Sudan in Africa, the Dinka ethnic group has been targeted by the dominant Islamic ethnic group in a campaign of ethnic cleansing. Overall, hundreds of thousands of people are confirmed dead.
Social conflict theory can be applied to many areas in the world that are engaged in conflict due to several factors. Racism, sexism, classism, sexual discrimination, and ethnic strife continue to persist worldwide, inflicting unspeakable, immeasurable harm to all of those affected. In the United States, Hispanics in Arizona are threatened with harsh discrimination by a new law that targets them as criminals simply due to their ethnicity and physical characteristics. In Mexico, the wealthy, powerful drug gangs systematically exploit the lower classes, forcing them to carry drugs as mules, working for little to no wages, and murdering those who do not comply.
In France, the burqa has been banned and Muslims cannot openly practice parts of their religion.
I can't sit down there, Joe.
Oh, I was just getting warm.
Yeah.
Scene 3. Religion. And conflict theory. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, boss, you see that game last night?
Oh yeah, it was good.
Oh, Kobe dunked.
The year is 1890. Jim is going to register to vote for the first time.
Okay, have you ever heard of conflict theory, or can you explain what conflict theory is? No?
That's okay.
That's okay, that's fine. Have you ever felt conflict with another group because